T minus 80 seconds. T minus 70 seconds. T minus 60 seconds. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds.
Hello, and welcome to the Outpost Frequencies. The stupid Outpost Frequencies, which have been brought forward an hour because of a stupid daylight savings. Brought to you by thelastmovieoutpost.com for all of your movie news, reviews, and everything cool about film. Sorry.
Still noon here. I don't know what your problem is.
Wait, what noon? It's 1 p.m.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
No, it's 5 o'clock here now, and so I haven't had my dinner, and so I'm now very hungry. Usually I'm quite satisfied at this point, and this is why Matt is late, because I imagine he's eating his dinner and doesn't realise he will join us in an hour's time.
I think more likely he saw what we were talking about today and forgot that it was daylight saving time.
It's nice to have Sean back. How was jail? I mean, your camping trip. Sorry, your camping trip.
Yeah. It was a lot of hard labor and tense showers.
A work camp is still a camping trip.
Yeah, that's right. We're outside in the woods, working hard. Okay, doke. And Yoda, how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I've got one less hour sleep. I'm sure this will go swimmingly. You've had no food. I'm tired. Everybody hates us,
Sean's
apparently.
Back. Sean's back. Yeah, I know. We've had some comments on YouTube, haven't we? Goodness me.
We have.
Three middle-aged white men moaning about everything in the world.
You want to talk about that? Because I wanted to bring it up.
Go for it. Have you got the comments there?
No, and I'm not going to go through them all because I got into it with one of them, and I tried to put my money where my mouth was. I said, okay, fine. You really got a problem with us? Why don't you come onto a stream? We'll talk about it. Of course, she saw it as, or he, I don't know, saw it as a trap. Oh, you're just going to come after it. I don't know.
Give me some background because I've missed this.
Hang on. I'll find the comments. You carry on talking, Yoda. I'll find the comments.
So, as usual, I take this stream and I cut it up into various, sections, right? And let me put a banner here so I know to add this one in a second.
Oh yeah, well done.
There we go.
Hate mail. Maybe you should relabel that as hate mail.
Fan mail. Let's put it fan mail. Because apparently we got some fans out there. So we talked about, and I don't know how much, if you farts moaning about me. Accurate. So I don't know if you watched any of the clips or anything, Sean, but we talked about the Peter Pan and Wendy trailer. which is
the completely non-woke, looking forward to great remake, Happy Days, Peter Pan. Yeah,
right. So I mean, it's being downvoted into oblivion, and everybody's looking at this going, "You guys are, oh yeah, yeah,
I didn't see that.
oh yeah, oh yeah." It's it's what is it up to now?
No, wait, it's like 7 upvotes and 2 downvotes.
So
That's
what-
not
No,
bad.
I don't mean.
Well,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
well,
not. I'm talking
what
about
did
the
you-
trailer is being
what did you-
downvoted into oblivion.
Oh, I was
Oh,
going
I
to say,
see. Right.
So what
I
did
thought you meant
two,
us.
what did you two retards say about it while I was gone?
What do
We
you
said
expect
Sean
us to say
is
about
going to
it?
love it. He likes
Yeah.
movies about small children in their nightgowns. So we is that too much? I think that's too much. Basically, we said kind of the usual stuff. You know, why is Disney doing this? Why, you know, like the Critical Drinker kind of really nailed it because he understands what Peter Pan is all about, and that Wendy is the influence that makes the boys grow up. Because, you know, in traditional society, women are the civilizing influence.
Oh God, of course. Get a job, pay your bills, stop throwing rocks at
No, but I mean,
tadpoles.
Yeah.
but
Stop-
with it, the
stop-
original.
Stop putting
No
rockets
fun.
on your lawn tractor. No fun. Yeah, I
no
know.
fun.
Yeah.
No fun.
I
But, I mean,
agree
the
there is a
original-
certain element of that.
I was just going to say that the original Peter Pan. There's a line in there that says that girls will never join the Lost Boys because girls are too clever. So it's quite a feminist story already. But then Hollywood has completely missed that subtlety.
No. Let me explain this to you because you're English and you're dumb. Back when that book
It's
was
an English story, for Christ's
I
sake,
know.
Sean.
I know it. That's why that's why I called him dumb. He doesn't know that back then clever was an English term for stupid woman.
Was it? Okay.
No, we still use the expression "stupid woman" over here. This
like
is
that.
really going to get downvoted.
I need some
basic-
sources on that other than Wikipedia, Sean.
I'm editing
we-
the Wikipedia article right now about that.
According to
We have-
Wikipedia that I just put in there,
We have just lost our one viewer.
I don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
But basically, we had somebody making comments saying 3 grown men getting upset about a Disney film, laughing face, grow up mentally.
No. Oh God, I could have handled
Okay.
the comment, but with the emoji, that just oof.
Can I make a small point to that? How many grown men do you think made the fucking movie? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bunch of kids, and you draw Peter Pan, and we'll colour them in. Yeah, you know, it's a lot.
And then-
it's a lot of grown men.
I'm like, do you think that we might have some? Look, we have 3 guys in our late 40s, some of us in our early that are still arguing about fucking Star Wars and Star Trek, right? This stuff is influential. It matters. It influences the culture, and in sometimes very good ways. Did you see the trailer, Sean? Because I'm still trying to get to this, but
No, I'm not gonna watch that dog shit.
okay. Phil keeps interrupting me, so I gotta. This is give Phil shit day again. Wendy appears and she meets all the Lost Boys, and she says, "But you're not all boys." And the 2 twin black girls go, "So?" I'm like, how ham-fisted do you got to get with your stupid message, you know? And it completely destroys what Peter Pan was all about. Rightly or wrongly, whether you like the story or not, that's what the story is about. And that the boys are there because they're boys. It's all about growing up, the civilizing influence of getting married, having children, all that kind of stuff. Even Hook understood this. And, you know, so this is the message you're giving our children. These children are going to grow up. And unfortunately, the way she says it's like you're arguing about a children's movie. Do you turn 18 and does your brain just erase and all the stuff you watched as a kid just goes away and now you're only into adult stuff now? Does this have no influence on you as you get older?
Yeah.
This is all rhetorical, right? Because you know the real reason that this person made that comment.
Well, I know exactly why she made the comment, because as we argued back and forth, she brought up 3 white men. Okay, I got it. I was born wrong. She's a racist. She's just another leftist progressive. I got to say this too. Progressives is the worst name in the world because these people are stuck in the 1940s where there were more racists and Nazis per capita than any other time in the human existence.
Man, I wish
and they
I
just
could.
wait for it. They want it so bad. I gotta fight the Nazis and the racists, and that's all I care about. We all moved on, assholes. Grow up.
You're making a compelling argument for me to invent a time machine so I can go back and live in the 1940s.
At least
I
you'd
said
have
to Yoda-
actual Nazis to fight.
I said to Yoda that I was quite happy to blackface, but apparently that's wrong as well.
Apparently.
It is? What about gay face? Is that a thing?
Is that a thing? How do you do that?
Well, there's
That's
woman
without a beard.
face. That's no
Dylan,
beard. Whatever his
So
name
wait,
is.
when is woman face being trans and then as opposed to being offensive? I'm a little confused on.
Well, I'm pretty
the
sure
line.
a dude
yeah.
running around in high heels in the hiking in the woods is pretty much.
There's a
woman
great
face.
meme. There's a great meme going around of somebody who was apparently matched up on her lesbian app like Tinder, and it was basically a bunch of blokes. And some of them were wearing dresses, but one of them was just a bloke in a shirt, and he was called Zachary. And I remember the comments were kind of like, Zachary's not even made an effort, has he? You know? At least some of them tried to put on a dress and tried to look feminine, but like Zachary was just like, no, not having any of that. I'm just a lesbian.
Yeah.
It's ma'am.
And according to their own rules now, that like they can't say anything back to him, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you can't have a go at him because that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a catch-22, isn't it? God, yeah.
They really painted themselves into a corner with that.
But anyway,
Here's my motivation here. There's a part of me that, I mean, ever since Trump came down the fucking escalator in 2015, for the last 8 years, it's been nothing but snark you, snark back, escalating obviously to obvious things. Nobody's talking to each other and nobody's figuring anything out, and we're not getting anywhere. And I just as me as a person, no joke, no bullshit, I just feel like I'm just stuck in quicksand anymore with this culture and with the way the country's going. I'm tired. I'm tired of the arguing. I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of the little you make these comments in bad faith, like we don't have children, like we don't care about what we're leaving to our children. How many times have I said, even on this podcast, what do my kids have to hold on to the way I have Star Trek and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and so many other things? What do they have?
Do you know what? That's so weird you say that, because the other day I was talking to somebody, we mentioned Phase 4, and I had to really rack my brain to think what was in Phase 4 for Marvel. And I was like, there was Black Widow. Black Widow was one, wasn't it? And again, over the last, I was thinking like Godzilla versus King Kong. How many people have referred back to that? It was one of the biggest movies that came out, but nobody's ever gone back and thought, oh, it's just a great film. Did you see King Kong?
I liked it. I talk about it all the time. What the fuck are you talking about? By the way, that far left SJW commenter is back in the comment section live now. I think I know who it was you were talking about, because she's obviously back.
Oh, great! Oh, goodness me! Here we go.
The communists of weekend Yoda. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. It's not so much weak. It's just bored more than anything.
Yeah.
It's like, when do we move forward? When do we? Isn't this the same thing we always talk about with? They always reboot movies. They don't break anything new. We don't, it's not just the movies. I mean, it's all of culture. It just feels like we're just stagnated and we just don't move, and we're just fighting each other in quicksand as we all sink.
Yoda, you got to take the accelerationist peel like me.
Oh, I'm close. I'm there. I think I'm there.
I'm really looking forward to Scream 7.
I don't think we're there yet.
Looking forward to Scream 7.
You would be.
Yeah, I bet Cecil is, unironically.
Funny enough, I do know that he did like 5, but I mean, I'm just, I'm so bored of. Sorry,
I should have invited Cecil on for that. I know she said that's her on. She thinks that's very funny on Instagram to say that to me on every post. It's her. it's one of those things like a woman comes up with it and she thinks it's funny. But, as we all know, women have no
funny Gene.
They have
funny
no
bone.
objective way to tell what's actually funny or not without a man telling them it's funny.
Yeah,
and
obviously nobody's told her that it's
nobody's told her because they think it's funny that she thinks it's funny. So,
does Kamala Harris count? I know it's all unintentional with her, but it is pretty freaking hilarious.
No, being funny means you got to do it intentionally.
It's got to be on purpose. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. I'll accept your rules.
What about Tina Fey?
No.
Oh, man, I like 30 Rock.
You would.
It's got that lovely Alec Baldwin in it.
He is pretty cool. I gotta. Yeah.
I loved it when he shot up the studio.
You know what? I rewatched.
Great episode.
They're going to be finishing Rust.
You know what? I rewatched Hunt for Red October 2 days ago, and he is. I hate this son of a bitch, but he's a great actor. He's made some great movies. You know, he is a good actor.
Well, we know he's a great actor because of what do you call it, Team America. He's one of the greatest actors in the world.
and the head of FAG.
Yeah.
That's no, he film Actors Guild to you.
Yeah.
Guild even.
He really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He did call a reporter a fag and shot a woman. That is pretty based. I gotta agree with Heidi on that. Her sense of humor is completely gone, but her sense of judgment on other things is impeccable.
Yeah, no, that is true, and yeah, because he accidentally shot a woman. So yeah. Okay, no. So are we going to talk about some of the news this week? First of all,
sure.
Roadhouse. It's getting a remake.
Oh, I can't wait.
Again, it's one of those films where it's just.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. What's next on the news?
It had that wonderful nostalgia of a great '80s movie with the mullets and the ass kicking and the boobs and.
I think it's from 1990 though. I don't think it's from the
89.
89. It's close. Yeah.
But it's just kind of like that 80s kind of movie, you know, like say everybody had the mullets and whatnot. And again, how this is going to work as a remake? I mean, they seem to have made a mistake because they made the main protagonist a male. So I don't know how it's going to work.
Probably a trans man.
Could be, yeah.
It's a trans man, yeah. Punch him in the tits.
Yeah. Because think about it. That's a perfect bouncer because you're a trans man. You get kicked. You can't be kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much invincible.
And if anybody has a go at you, all the SJWs will jump on your back.
Yeah, you get canceled before you're even out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like they don't. That's how they do it in the new movie, right? They don't even resort to fists. They're just like. That guy pinched my girlfriend on the ass.
Cancelled.
Yeah.
hey, maybe we'll get lucky. They'll Top Gun Maverick it. We never know. There's been some surprises lately.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of them later.
Maverick is just a propaganda military-industrial complex, piece. So it doesn't surprise me that they let that one succeed.
Yeah, but jets, man.
Yeah.
See, it worked. If Yoda was like 18, he'd be joining the Marines right now.
I don't know. It didn't work on me the first time, so I don't know why it worked on me this time.
Because jets.
Hooray! I'm going to be joining the army. I'm going to be joining the Royal Air Force. I'm going to have my brains blown out for Britain.
That's
not
right.
for Britain. Let's be honest. Israel, not for Britain. Nobody.
Yes. That was just a simple
for
typo.
Israel. It's just for corporations. It's for OCP. That's what we're fighting for these days. OCP.
Yoda. Who do you
Don't. I don't need this canceled 5 minutes into it. Jesus Christ.
It's a good job Matt's not here. He'd just be egging him on. Sorry, right. So yes, again, it's one of those movies. It doesn't need a remake, and why? I would say why they've done this. I mean, why? Everything else that we've seen so far. I did a item this week. They're going to be remaking the Flintstones. Hooray!
Oh, just what we all been waiting for.
That TV show that was cancelled in 1969. It's finally making a comeback. What was weird though is I was genuinely surprised that this new Flintstones, they are going to be setting it 20 years on from when we last saw them. Pebbles has grown up and married her childhood sweetheart, Bam Bam. So I don't know how people are going to react to that, having a woman being married to a man.
You know, they did that.
Did they?
Yeah, the Flintstones is like Scooby-Doo. It's been around forever, and it kind of comes back in iterations on Saturday morning cartoons. And there was a period they did where they weren't married, but they were at least teenagers.
Yeah,
they were dating.
I remember a teenage version of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And they still had Wilma and Fred and Barney.
What was
that.
weird? The weird thing was it was strangely 1980s prehistoric times even then. Though,
It was. I never liked the Flintstones that much. I know. I mean, the whole thing is basically just let's take a modern convenience and make it into a dinosaur. Okay, that's funny.
My favorite thing was the fact that the Flintstones celebrated Christmas. Whose birthday are we celebrating? The guy who's going to be born in 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Right. It's so weird. Heidi is trying to get us demonetized, but we're not going to let her.
We're not taking the bait.
We're cleverer than you think we are. Well, it's debatable, but
Some of us more than others.
Jake Gyllenhaal does look completely ripped in this new movie, and I did make the comment that I would look that ripped if it wasn't for cake. Cake and my own laziness, but mostly cake. Because Sean, I don't know if you know this, but Yoda's been going to the gym.
Has he?
Couldn't you tell?
I thought he looked a little swole.
4 days, 5 days. I mean, obviously, that's all it takes, right?
Well, don't give up on it, you know.
I'm not. I'm going very early in the morning. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I won't do it tomorrow, and I haven't had a chance to do it today. But otherwise,
and Tuesday's raining, so I'm not going to go out there.
No, I've been going even in the rain and everything.
Mercury
was an hour away.
Mercury is in retrograde this week, so I was like, that's the wrong side.
Well, yeah, of course, that. When the moon's in the 7th house, it ain't happening, man.
So that's what I think I'm going to have to knock up a picture of Yoda's head on Jake Gyllenhaal's body.
So what's he in that he's gotten all ripped for then?
Because he's playing the Patrick Swayze role in Roadhouse.
Oh, I saw. Is this unsubstantiated rumor? But I thought you were doing
the Flintstones with him. Now is he ripped in the Flintstones?
No, listen to me. Have you guys seen this scuttlebutt that Keanu Reeves has taken over Johnny Depp's place in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? That's not a joke. There's no punchline. That's an article I was reading right before we came on. I don't know how.
You cannot think of two diametrically opposed personalities to play that role than Keanu Reeves and Johnny Depp.
Yeah. That's no. Who came up with that? That's one of those things where it's kind of like, right, who have you got lined up for the new Johnny Depp? Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You know the guy who plays Eeyore? Him.
Yeah. Yeah, goodness. I've heard, by the way, just to mention that, in the new Winnie the Pooh movie, Eeyore does get killed by Pooh and Piglet.
Nice.
And eaten.
Yeah, and eaten, apparently.
Are you talking about
the important part?
Is that this horror movie? We're
yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I can't wait to see that.
I know, me either. We should do a live watching.
We will.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. Okie doke. So yeah, Roadhouse is getting a remake. Hooray! We're all excited. Brilliant. Another remake.
Should I live stream the Oscars tonight? Sean,
Yes.
you want to live stream the Oscars with me?
I will not be home. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing it by myself.
Sorry. Wait a minute. What time do they come on?
7 or 8, somewhere around there.
No, I think
Central Time.
I'm sorry, I'll be gone.
Well, I'm sure you have something better to do, like
I
be unconscious. I don't know.
Yeah. I will be harassing women down at the local Section 8 housing.
Funny enough, I had to do some painting at work today, and I was watching the paint dry and going, "This is still better than Last Jedi." But talking of more bloody remakes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, executively produced by Seth Rogen.
Permanent teenager.
Yeah,
Seth
get
Rogen.
it to you. Permanent teenager.
That's what it said. That's what he puts in the thing. I'm like going.
I know. I saw that.
Fine, whatever. I saw April. I was like, okay, I got it. I know where you're.
You know
going
what you know what I'd like to do to Seth Rogen? I'd like to drop kick him off the top of the Empire State Building.
I think, no, to be fair, Seth Rogen is very, because they say he's very talented. He's very talented at playing a stoner, and that's his range. Do you want a happy stoner or a sad stoner? Because he can do both. And flip. But I did read that one of the Ninja Turtles, I think it was Donatello, the purple one, has been replaced by a woman.
No. One of the turtles is going to be gay. And then Velma, or not Velma, but
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil is now a black woman, of course, black fat woman, of course.
Yeah.
Donatello is not a woman. It's just a kid whose balls haven't dropped yet.
Well, is he a teenager?
It's a young boy. Well, he could be 13. You still have a higher voice. I think that's the idea. I'm not saying it's any better. I just that's the deal.
Did turtles have balls?
I don't know.
Never had the occasion to find out.
Phil, why don't you get on that and find out for us?
Okay,
they were certainly randy for April, so I'm going to guess that at least mutant turtles do.
Interspecies erotica.
This is how furries start. You want more furries? This is how you get furries.
I don't think that reptiles count as furries.
No, they do. Believe me, these sickos will make those costumes. You know they will.
Oh, yeah.
So I put in turtle balls into Google, and it came up with the Urban Dictionary, turtle ball syndrome. I'm not going to read it out, though. No, do you know what? I think I'm going to leave that one. If you want to look at it for yourself, just be prepared.
I do not.
I gotta know now. I've got to know.
Hang on, I'll send you the link, Sean.
Thank you.
I mean, I saw, the trailer is clearly influenced by Into the Spider-Verse as far as the animation style. They're doing kind of like that, and it feels, but when you see April and you see the way they talk and all the stuff, it's like, okay, this is just, they're ripping off a movie that had an animation style that was original and fun, and that movie worked. And you're going to stick all your nonsense in it. I can already tell. I'm out. Done.
Somebody showed the evolution of April over the years, because the first one had the yellow jumpsuit and large bosoms and a nice arse, and slowly she's kind of almost trans. Like if you had a photo series of operations showing how it's going, and now she's just like a short, middle-aged, dumpy man to look at. And it's, again, you can't obviously sexualize these things because it's just going to completely destroy our children's brains.
It's the I hate using the term gaslighting.
Wait a minute. Heidi's comment on turtles in the comments. Oh my!
April is black. The black turtles.
No, the one before that. Go up one.
God damn it! I can't read it from here. I'm not going to put it up there. We're going to get
no. Do not put it up.
Hang on, I've got it.
My point is that what the fuck was my point? God damn it!
Turtles, Black April O'Neil, short and dumpy.
They're trying to lie to us and tell us that April was always black in the original comics, and it's like an absolute 100% lie, and they know it's a lie. It's like it's not enough that you're switching the race of an existing character. Now you're trying to tell us the existing character was always like that.
Yeah.
Stop! Just stop! Why do you live like this?
I'm not being funny, but I've got the original cartoon here, and she's not. No, she is. She is in the original cartoon.
No, I'm talking about the comic. You know, the original comic, Eastman and Laird. They drew her with the perm. You know, the same perm that Sigourney Weaver had in Ghostbusters. Oh, I guess she's black now.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was cultural appropriation. Jeez, you change the rules every 5 minutes. Stop. Just, you're making fools of yourselves.
Let's move on before he's
I'm going to have an aneurysm.
Yeah, let's move on.
No, I want to see that. Right,
So many
okay.
do.
So, okay then. This is one, Sean, I don't know if you read this or not, but The Punisher
did.
returns.
I did.
So,
I don't.
what-
I don't. I hated
Okay.
John. I don't like John Bernthal as the Punisher. It was a dog shit. I want it to go away. I would fly an airplane into Marvel headquarters if it would stop this.
That's your solution to everything.
You know, that didn't work so well 20 years ago. You know, we're still
Yeah, that's
screwed.
right.
Please, come up with something new.
Yoda, I would submit to you that they actually won. So, yeah, it
Yeah.
did. Who's in control of Afghanistan right now?
9/11 was a...
Stop.
As I say, 9/11 was a Sean side job.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just
Boy,
before
if
it
that-
accidentally... Yeah,
Boy, mate,
that was
a
close.
close one.
I was hovering over the end broadcast button. like the swearing bleeper. So
I can't put up a single thing you're putting up here, Heidi. You're killing me.
I've just been reading
You're
those.
goddamn killing me.
And Heidi, you've spelt that last word wrong. It's ER at the end.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, so you're not a fan of it. So I didn't read the article, but it's the here we goes. Oh, here we go.
What the fuck?
Oh,
It's daylight savings. Daylight savings.
What?
I
I
know.
even put it in the article, dumbass.
I don't read your articles.
Apparently not.
I was
Don't
eating
worry.
dinner. I was eating dinner. My phone flashed up with live stream started. I'm like, what the fuck is all that about? So I had to run out here. Anyway,
Oh damn it!
sorry.
He found out. Damn it!
When is your
Sorry.
daylight savings? You have it, don't you?
It's not till
we've had-
like it's another couple of weeks. I think it's
No, we've
another
had it,
about
haven't
3 weeks. No, of course we haven't, you idiot. If you put your clocks back, that's your own stupid fault. I did my daylight savings. No, I think we've got another 3 weeks.
Anyway,
Sorry, boys. Sorry. You carry on, and I'll just.
you didn't
join in.
miss any. All you missed was Heidi being very racist in the comments. Don't worry.
Unbelievably.
Oh, come on. We were all being racist. Let's not
That's
God bless you.
pretend
Heidi.
we weren't.
I won't want to put it all off on her.
Matt, what do you make about the Punisher returning?
I mean, Disney going to fuck it up, aren't they? Let's be honest. There's no way on earth it's going to be even remotely similar to what was done before on Netflix. So I'm beyond caring. I'm beyond. I mean, it's like it's literally watching a car crash, isn't it? So bring it on.
We all love a good car crash.
Well, knowing how Disney is just really emphasizing all the various sexual proclivities that everybody has, I'm pretty sure the Punisher is some sort of S&M thing now.
Well, you know, yeah. The worst part is season 2 of Punisher. They go into that place, and to interrogate a guy that makes like child pornography, and the girl talks Frank into not killing the guy, and I'm like, oh yes, that's very Punisher. That's so Punisher. He just lets a guy that makes cheese pizza go.
Yeah.
He smashes his camera. It's like, that'll teach you.
You imagine like we do the prison scene. It'll be like a half-hour love session between him and about 10 black dudes.
Yeah.
To be fair though, Sean, the guy he was talking about was the producer of the show.
I don't know
Yeah,
what you're
so-
talking about, Sean. I remember all the 70s comics where the Punisher was very much, you little scamps, now go run along and think about what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, going around murdering my wife and kids. Ooh.
Oh, you kids.
That's like we've just recently had over here, Charlie Bronson. Now, Bronson was the movie where Tom Hardy played him, and he's apparently the most notorious prisoner in the UK. And they've had a documentary about him because it looks like he may be getting a parole. And I put on Twitter, the documentary is really interesting. You can see kind of both sides of the story. But one thing I will say about Charlie Bronson is he's definitely a scallywag. That little he held that prisoner, and threatened his life for 2 days and everything else. Oh, little scamp.
He's been inside for 50 years. There's no way he can acclimatise to modern society.
No.
Hopefully not. Do you want him to be though? I mean,
no.
honestly,
In fact, I want him to up the ante. Quite frankly, in this modern society.
Do you know what I would do? I'd put him in a boat and ship him straight down to one of the coastal areas where they're bringing all the asylum seekers over.
Apparently, he wants to move down. Wild. He wants to move down to Torquay, so that is a possibility.
Nice.
His new weapon of choice is a dart gun to just hit all the rafts.
No, you don't want to damage the raft. Somehow, you want to save the raft because you can sell them back on eBay.
I want to see him put
Okie doke. So
but you're missing the entertainment value of the screams and the gurgles.
He's got a point. That's there. You can't put a value on that.
That's true.
You can't put a value on that.
I'm hoping Punisher puts Antifa on the list these days.
Yeah.
He'll probably join them under Disney.
The current Punisher in the comics under Disney's leadership, he may as well be an Antifa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are up to date on that, but he is now the current leader of the Hand. The ninja criminal assassin group, Notorious. He's the leader of that now. So that's
awesome.
That's where the Punisher is these days.
Can I just give a late clap to Heidi for her last comment about the Turtles?
No.
Which we will not say on air. Heidi, if you want us canceled, just report us to YouTube. You don't have to go through all this.
And just so you know, it's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Heidi.
Oh, yeah, it was in the UK, yeah.
It was in the UK.
But ninjas was far too violent, so they had to be hero turtles.
It's because
Michelangelo, they used to edit out Michelangelo's nunchucks as well.
Yeah,
the British are far too violent.
So what was in his hand? What did they put in his hands instead?
Just fists, dildos.
Were they rainbow colored though?
The British are racist against Japanese.
Yep.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, not anymore. I mean, right. So
not
let's
since
move
the
on.
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's right. Now we welcome them back with open arms. So Mando this week. Just to mention it, because I know Sean, you've watched it. What did you make of it?
I didn't. Are you insane? I didn't watch that shit.
Oh yes, silly me. I forgot. Yoda, you got round to watching it. What did you make of it?
It's really gone downhill. That was another comment we got. It's like, why do you guys watch this if you just want to hate it? It's like, we didn't hate the first 2 seasons. We liked the first 2 seasons. But now they've gone into
just ridiculous, like, religious territory of, the creeds not taking off their helmets and all this kind of stuff.
I could deal with that if they're, if that's the point. But it's all video game fetch quests right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's things that happen. It's like he gets pulled down to the bottom of the water. Like he's going to bathe in the waters of Mandalore. He steps 3 feet down in the steps, and then he just falls in, as far as I can tell.
5 miles.
Yeah, and the girl jumps in after him. Bo-Katan, she jumps in after him with her jetpack, buzzing down to the bottom as fast as she can, and somehow he fell down with gravity much, much faster.
Sir. Than her jetpack.
Why?
And also, when they came back up, they didn't get the bends.
Well, yeah.
All of it is like you say. It is literally just a go to here, get this, go to there, and get this. Come back here, and then this. Like you say, it's like watching somebody playing a computer game. It is.
Wait a minute. So we're talking about a franchise here where the Han Solo flies to an asteroid that somehow has a giant worm that lives in the vacuum of space.
Yes.
But you're going to complain about decompression sickness in a bottle.
I'm not complaining about that's this
I was
asshole over
joking
here.
about the
I'm
bends.
not complaining about
I was joking about the bends for crying out loud.
I'm just complaining about speed, which,
Okay.
let's face it, is a hallmark of Star Wars. That was George Lucas's entire direction for all 3 movies. Faster, more intense. That was it. That was his whole direction. And you can look that up. That is absolutely the truth.
Fascinating.
Fair enough.
All right, let's move on.
I am genuinely getting to the point now where the only reason I'm watching Mando is because I need to review it for the site. I've lost all interest in new Star Wars.
I like it.
I have
would.
to
That
have
shows
the
you.
droid.
That shows you how bad it is.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit on. I'm a little bit on Sean's side here, though. So stop over-analysing it. Just sit back and enjoy the space creatures.
In the
and
meantime, you're not
flying.
liking Picard season 3.
I'm a bit like that on Picard.
Jesus Christ. What did they got you some medication or something? What's going on?
I think I'm going through the menopause.
I think so.
Perhaps I'll go back to identifying as a man, and the menopause will stop like that.
Is that what you do? Oh, it's so easy.
He went to last week. He went to lunch with his wife at Burger King, and accidentally they gave him one of the Impossible Burgers. Changed his whole outlook on entertainment.
I've got one of them paper crowns and everything.
No, yeah, I actually do have one of those that I keep for when I'm on when I go on plane rides and stuff.
Brilliant.
Or when you're having sex. I'm the king, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if Yoda's just is Yoda so innocent that he doesn't know what that refers to. That
I probably don't. Yes, I probably am.
Even I knew that.
That's adorable. That's truly adorable.
I've never had a joint. I've never smoked a joint either. Leave me alone.
Stay gold, pony boy.
Yoda aren't your kids adopted? Because that means he's probably still a virgin.
He's never even had sex. Oh my god. He does the Ben Shapiro thing where he just cuts a hole in this shit.
No, he's got a Pringles can.
No, guys, you're seeing it all wrong. I've actually gone full Al Bundy. Now I'm just like, no, Peg, just leave me alone, Peg. Too tired.
I love the fact that we're telling jokes that I haven't heard since the playground. He's a virgin. I still remember one lad at our school, and we were going around the classroom, and somebody said to him, "Are you a virgin?" And he said, "No, not yet."
Not yet.
Wow. I hope it goes well.
That's actually pretty funny, though. Did he mean it, or did he not know what it meant?
No, he didn't know what it meant. And so he's nobody said it genuinely, as in like, no, I'm not yet. You know, yeah.
It would have been pretty cool. It would have been pretty cool if he'd meant it as a witty retort.
Yeah, like does your sister count?
He's like, I'm so based. I was born de-virgined.
Well,
I can't say I've been training for it lately.
According to my Fitbit, I've run 48,000 miles.
One almost got me. They're all behind me.
Well, welcome to the Outpost Frequencies, and that's our review of Mando this week.
We'd rather actually say yes, I'm a virgin than talk about Mando.
Listen, we're on here talking about Star Wars. Everybody knows we're virgins. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. I still like the fact that when they say that when a Muslim, commits an act and they go to heaven with 72 virgins, what he actually means is there's going to be 72 Star Wars fans there. 72 virgins. Oh, nice.
They'll all be under the age of 15. They'll be happy.
Hello, I'm Luke. Okay, so Yoda put this in thing that we're going to talk about it. And to be happy, I'm quite happy to talk about it. But Puss in Boots, the second one, not the third one, like I mistakenly put down, The Last Wish was actually really, really good.
Well,
So
is that a
I've
joke?
heard that.
Is that a joke? Is that a joke?
No,
Are
I've
you
been
joking?
hearing that when Drinker said he liked it, I was like, okay, that's crazy.
It was
because everybody
it
was badgering him to watch it.
It was genuine. I'd had a lot of people say the same to me and say, "Oh, you should probably watch it." And I gave it a watch, and I didn't expect much out of it at all. But it was actually really decent. There was a good story. There is no woke. There is some proper laugh out loud moments in it. There's this one little character called Patero, and it just means Spanish in dog. He's never had a name. And it's got jokes like he's going, "Oh, when I was youngster, me and my adopted brothers used to play hide and seek, and it was great because I used to hide. They didn't find me for hours. And one day we played hide and seek, and they put me in a sack with a brick, and they took me to the river," and stuff like that. And I'm sat there going,
It's quite dark.
yeah, it's like, really? And then, genuinely, it is a really, really good movie, and it's really well done. A little predictable towards the end, but
he finally said the thing that's going to get us canceled. Laughing at animal cruelty on a live stream.
Yeah.
No, because in the end he said, they threw me in the river, but I managed to get out. But the joke's on them because I turned the sack into a nice jumper, and they still haven't found me. And stuff. And it was just, there was a moment as well where little Patero starts swearing and they bleep it all out. And again, it was just, I was not expecting the humour in it and stuff. And it was thoroughly enjoyable from beginning to end. Honestly, it was really good.
It sounds like a fucking masterclass.
So, Phil, I haven't watched it yet, and from what I understand, he's reached a certain point. He's like out of his 9 lives, and so he's a little bit concerned that if he gets killed, that's it. And so he has some panic attacks.
He's on his 8th life. Yes.
Yeah, kind of a Tony Stark, Iron Man 3 kind of thing. Yeah, he's having panic attacks here and there, and that's fine for the story. I don't have a problem with it. But I saw a tweet. It said, "Isn't it wonderful that Puss in Boots is normalizing anxiety?"
Oh,
And I immediately went, "What? They're not. That's
normalizing it.
That's not the thing you want normalized. Don't you understand? That's a bad thing."
The problem with that is people read that tweet and go, normalizing panic attacks. I get panic attacks. Oh, I get in a panic attack now. Oh, I get really bad panic attacks.
Oh, yeah, just because it's for me.
It's
Thank
quick.
God
It's a bandwagon.
Normalize causing other people to have panic attacks.
Yeah.
It's just like I felt like they were getting the complete wrong message of that movie. And to me, saying something like that, saying, "Thank God Puss in Boots is normalizing explosive diarrhea. I'm so happy." I was like, nobody wants that normalized. That's not a normal thing.
Is it not?
You might wait a minute before you say nobody. You should.
Everybody has their kink, Sean. You don't need to tell me about it.
You should say something like most people, because I'm sure we could go on Reddit and find a whole section of people.
Don't Google 2 girls in a cup. We're not going to do that right now.
Hang on, I'll call the video up and show it.
No.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. Pull that up there, Phil.
Let's put a reaction video up.
What could those girls? Oh, look at those 2 sweet girls. I wonder what they're going to do with that.
And that's the video I decided to become a virgin again.
Is that soft serve ice cream?
But right, coming back to Puss in Boots, I've been going wild off it.
It's not icy.
It was genuinely. I just didn't expect a spin-off, a sequel to a spin-off, to be done as well as what it is. And I think the Critical Drinker said it's a much better the movie than it deserves to be. Mm-hmm. It was bizarre.
Anyway, let's move on.
I saw it as a cash grab, another a dying gasp in a franchise that should have died a while ago.
Can somebody normalise my night terrors? We'll try, Joey. We'll try.
Hold on, let me get my
Just get a cartoon cat in a movie to do that, and then it'll be normalized.
Here's my magic power converter. Abracadabra, night terrors vanish. There you go, Joey. You're taken care of. I learned that from Harry Potter.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you learned it from a
No,
televangelist
I
priest.
tell you, no, I learned it from I learned it from the 11th Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Bloody Starfish.
I don't remember. I don't
That's a
remember
deep-
Ollivander giving out magic USB cables. That's weird. I don't remember that part.
Yoda, the magic's in here, not in here.
The magic was in you all along, Sean.
Really? Because I think I just crapped mine out.
It was magical.
Heidi is making fun of my Eastern Kentucky medicine, but I will tell you that there was an old lady that was sort of a holler witch that lived up the road, and when I was young, you could go up there with all kinds of ailments, and she could fix them for you. So, like, if kids had too many, like, freckles or moles or something in a place that they didn't want it, you would go up there and she would say, I'm going to buy it from you for a penny. And, she would give the kid a penny and over a week or two, it would disappear and all kinds of stuff like that.
Is she making a lot of money during this transition thing? That penis, you don't want that anymore. Give me a penny and it'll disappear.
No, she died several decades ago, Field.
All right.
I love how we start with one subject and it just 2 or 3 sentences in. It just completely off the rails every time.
Whatever I had to say was much more interesting than fucking Puss in Boots. I can tell you that much.
I don't want to even say lower your standards. Just you can have good kids movies. It is a thing. You're allowed to have that.
I bet
Cuties.
I'm sure Jeffrey Epstein would agree with you on that, Phil.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Well, I'm just go and watch Puss in Boots is good. It's great. It was genuinely good, and there were moments in there where, like I say, I was proper laughing at the adult humour that was in there. That kids aren't going to get. The bad guy was actually quite evil too. He was quite really very proper evil. Way much more than he should have been. Right. Okay.
Anyway.
So, hooray, the Oscars.
Wait a minute. Before we do that, do you guys want to talk about those articles I sent? I think that would be much more.
He's gone for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and now he wants to just take over the fucking show.
We're going to talk about that with the Oscars.
Goddamn.
All right. No, it's all right. No, I don't want to now. Never mind.
Good. Let's talk about the Oscars then. No, we're going to talk about that with the Oscars, because we're going to be talking about the Oscars for a bit, because obviously it's the 95th Oscars today, whenever you're watching this.
I prefer to call it the Academy Awards, Phil.
I'm common, so I say the Oscars. I say the arse-licking white people slapping each other on the back, having fun, laughing at black people awards.
Oh, did you see the reason they turned down Zelensky from speaking this time?
Go on.
Not because like they want to say apolitical, but because the person that made the decision said it was mainly a war about mainly white people. And they didn't want to give extra attention to a war that was mainly just whites, as opposed to all the other wars and things that have been going on that's been affecting people of color. So they thought that would be too unfair to highlight somebody in a war which is mainly just white people.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because we need to highlight black people dying as well.
Yeah. Well,
would
they have time for anything else if they did that, though?
I feel a bit sorry for Zelensky getting refused, because it's every actor's dream to appear in the Oscars. This is his big chance to really score again.
So glad we as a species have moved beyond the need to judge each other by our physical characteristics. So nice that we've matured and grown.
Some of us more than others.
My bet is that most of the Oscars, I would say, we're going to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once because it's so ethnic.
Well, maybe.
I don't think so because it's the wrong ethnic minority.
Oh yeah.
See, they're like Asian.
They don't even let them into Harvard anymore.
Yeah. They're not protected class. They don't get special consideration.
Sean, you said you put bets on, don't you? Have you put any bets on for this one?
I didn't this year. I forgot to be honest with you, but last year I did, and the year before.
Right. Okay.
I won like $50 last year off of it. Because all you have to do, but it's gotten harder because
Sean. No, I was just going to say, winning $50 on betting on there's going to be black on black violence is not a win. You put that on everything.
That was on.
Yeah. But it's gotten harder because until like they really, triple down on the woke. It was easy to pick, right? It's like, well, there would be that one. There would be the one movie about queers, or the one, the Holocaust happened, or slavery. So it's like, sure thing. But now they've everything in it now is arguably woke. So it's hard to narrow it down to.
If that's the case, then I would have put money on the best short being an Irish Goodbye. Because it's a short, obviously, but it was set in Ireland with a lad with Down syndrome, so that's going to win.
Is that about you?
Got Down syndrome anymore?
He's not in Ireland.
Yeah.
And I was going to do an impression then, but I probably shouldn't.
Downey? Fucking hell.
Dude, I want to hear your Down syndrome Irish accent, please, more than anything in this world right now.
Not one thing you were not.
Matt, will you? Because he does not have the sack. Will you do it?
No.
Am I going to have to do it myself?
I can't do an Irish accent.
The other bit, not a problem. But I must admit, actually, do you know what? They were talking about it on the BBC the other day, and it is streaming on BBC iPlayer, and I did watch it, and it was actually a short comedy, and it was very, very funny.
Of course, it's about a retard. It's hilarious.
Well, no, but his mother dies. His mother dies, and then he writes a list of 100 things she wanted to do before she dies. So they try to do it with her ashes, and one of them was to go skydiving. And so they stood on a bridge with the urn and like a plastic bag tied to it, and he's going, "This will be fine." And they throw it off, and she just smashes on the floor.
Was that number one on the list?
And well, the funny thing is, they then show their inside, and they've got her basically on a plate with all this smashed urn pot in there and stuff. And at one point, this lad goes, he stands up and gets a spoon and a bag and starts scooping it up. He's going, "What are you doing?" He's going, "I'm taking my half of mum." It was again, it was one of those things where it was incredibly inappropriate but very, very funny. And if it does win, it should win for the good reasons, because it was a good short.
It will never win. There's no way in hell that's going to win.
Honestly, I mean, I don't even know if I can watch this. I mean, just watching a bunch of rich people fellatio each other all night. There's a reason why the statue is shaped like a strap-on, guys. I'm just saying.
Did you ever see Kate Blanchett winning hers and her muscle memory of the Oscar itself, and she starts stroking it, and it's like, oh, that's how she got hers.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Nice technique.
Yeah. I mean, there are some quite good nominations, like All Quiet on the Western Front. It's nice to know we've all forgiven Germany for their little misgivings between 1939 and 1945.
That's World War One, buddy. That's World War One.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
It's going to take a while for the second one. We haven't forgiven them for the first one yet.
Yeah.
It's still not All Quiet on the Western
Front. Wait a minute.
Front.
What exactly did they do wrong in the second one? I hear a lot of
lost.
They
lost.
Made up shit. Yeah. They're
a bunch of losers. That's why, Sean. A bunch of losers.
I'll never forgive them for leaving us the modernity. Just think of what a paradise it would have been.
There is a case to be made, given the the left's wants and desires and demands and everything that they didn't lose?
I could make a very different argument to that. But
Yeah, I'll be on Sean's side on that argument.
Communism, fascism, look, it's all the same bullshit. All right, guys, who are we kidding? They all want. It all ends up in the death camp. What difference does it make?
death camp. What's that? That sounds made up.
Yeah.
I bet they
Yoda.
got wood. I bet they got wooden doors on those camps.
Hey,
Matt.
it's not even a racial
bet
thing.
they
The
have.
Chinese did it better than everybody.
Yoda, it's not funny to joke about places like Auschwitz because my grandfather died in Auschwitz. He fell out of a machine gun tower.
I'll never get tired of that joke.
I wish Phil did.
Oh,
me
shut up.
too.
It's a
Actually,
good one.
you know what? But you know what? We laugh about that, but that's actually how Heidi's grandfather died.
Grief.
Right before the rest of her family fled to South America. And
Anyway, back
everybody's
to the Oscars.
Tripped over a machine gun, fell face first in an oven. It happens. You know?
So, but I'd like to say there are some pretty good nominations this year. But I like I say that the viewing figures, as I noted the other day, they've just constantly been going down. And I still say that last year the whole Will Slap
the audience has been going down faster than a young debutante actress at
Harvey Weinstein party.
Thanks for the assist. I was stumbling on his name there.
Who's hosting? Who's hosting this week?
Isn't it Jimmy Fallon or something?
Kimmel, innit?
Kimmel?
Is it Kimmel?
Oh yeah, Kimmel.
Oh, I'd pay
yeah.
good money to see Will Smith slap the shit out of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I would as well.
Yeah, I would too.
And I keep hearing rumours that it's not going to be a red carpet. Is that true?
Oh, no.
Or is that a
Yeah,
joke?
that's sexist.
But how will I get my fashion news for the rest of the
How
year?
will I
No,
get
no.
my disgusting nip slip photos from TMZ?
I'm going to Google it. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I read that the carpet was going to be yellow
Black.
and blue because of Ukraine.
Oh.
Oh god, no! It's gonna be those
Let's
like
have a look.
pastel. It'll be those weird pastel versions of the gay flag. It'll be the trans flag.
Or it'd be what's that African clothing they wear? Kente, is it something like that?
Kunta Kinte.
Yeah, it could be that.
No, Heidi, Chris Rock isn't hosting again, but did any of you guys see his stand-up they just released on
Yes.
Netflix?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And
That
it was
dude-
fantastic.
It's great, but
it was
that
alright.
dude's angry.
He's angry. Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah.
That ending, man, that was not for show. He threw down that thing. That dude is still pissed.
I saw a little blurb saying that how disappointed and hurt that Will Smith was that Chris Rock made those comments, and he wished he would just let it go. And I was like, dude, you got up there and emasculated him on TV in front of the entire world. He can say whatever the fuck he wants about you from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And your poor wife.
No comeback.
Yeah, exactly. No, the carpet's champagne coloured.
Oh,
Not
what
bad.
color is that? What color is champagne?
Off-white. Like an off-white.
It's like
I thought you meant
yellow,
like
isn't
they
it?
weren't going. They were just going to go in. They weren't going to do
That's
the
what-
whole
No, no.
ceremony. You're just talking about they're changing the carpet color. Who gives a fuck?
They had
I'm just saying, just bringing the news to the fan base.
they
fan
changed
base.
they changed it because the Donald Trump MAGA hat's red, so they didn't want to.
Make carpets great again.
If that's an actual story, I gotta say, if that's an actual
It's an
story, the
actual-
actual color of the fucking carpet,
Yep.
just close it all down. We're not a serious
Yep.
people anymore. America's dead. Let's just do something different. It's enough. Christ.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
thank-
seeing it all
thank-
over.
Thanks a lot,
Changing the
Yoda.
carpet.
I've written a 1,500-word article about that for the for the website for tomorrow. Now I feel stupid.
Oh, I already deleted that. Sorry. It looked like spam.
I wish they'd get Ricky Gervais to host it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
That
epic.
would,
Never gonna happen.
no.
And it needs to happen.
It's
it
the
actually
one. Yeah,
needs to.
it really does. Like I would watch it if they had him host it.
I think the entire world would watch it, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna. I don't. Who gives a shit? What are the actual? I mean, obviously we know the categories, but do we know what the nominations are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to the what's nominated here.
Okay, no. So let's work. At least let's work our way through the good ones. We're not going to do like the best documentary short and stuff like that. So it's boring. So, best actor in a leading role: Austin Butler in Elvis, Colin Farrell in Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser The Whale, Paul Mescal from Aftersun, and Bill Nye from Living.
Right.
It's probably going to go Brendan Fraser because he plays a gay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A fat guy, not just a gay. A fat guy.
Body positive gay.
Yeah.
A fat, disgusting homosexual.
Best supporting actor.
That's redundant, Matt.
Actor in a best supporting role. Brendan
Oh,
Gleeson.
I want Austin Butler to win that.
Yeah, you liked him. I couldn't
did like
finish it.
Elvis. I watched it again last night with the missus.
Damn, did you like it that much? Really?
I was on
For
a
real?
promise.
Yeah, that's the only reason to watch that twice.
I was on a promise, Sean.
Which one was it? I'm sorry.
Elvis.
I watched it last night.
It's crap.
The actor in a supporting role is Brendan Gleeson for Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, Barry Keogh from Banshees of Inisherin, which is weird, and then Kei Hee Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's got to be Kei Hee
Short
Kwan.
round.
Yeah, it's gotta be short round.
Short
It's gotta be
round.
short
should
round.
Win, short round should win it, but I don't know.
I-
Is any of the other?
Why
is any
is
of,
Judd Hirsch? I saw that movie. Judd Hirsch is a cameo at best.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
you got to have at least 2 scenes to be qualified. That's ridiculous.
But yeah, that'll go to short round. Actress in a leading role: Kate Blanchett for Tar, Anna de Artemis for Blonde, and Andrea Riseborough to Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans again, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Probably again Michelle Yeoh.
Anna
Hope
de
so.
Armison's titties for Blonde.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't the
Tits
problem.
and ass.
You know what though? That was probably the worst movie I saw that last year. I'm not even
terrible.
joking.
through it.
I didn't
couldn't
finish
make
it
it
either.
Nah.
Couldn't
I
finish
couldn't-
it.
It was
terrible.
It was so that was the most pretentious garbage I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Do you know
Yeah,
how
I mean,
bad it's got to be when I can't even muster up the enthusiasm to fast forward to the titty and ass parts?
Yeah. And then when they were on, you were kind of like, "Is it? I can't quite make it out." Right.
Yeah. Or how bad it's got to be that you can't even finish a vinegar stroke.
Yeah.
Okay, so in actress in a supporting role, there is one person who won't win, but 4 people who might. So the person who won't win is Kerry Condon for Banshees of Inisherin, but the people who might win are Hong Chow from The Whale, Angela Bassett from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Jamie Lee
That's it.
Curtis
There
for
you go.
Everything Ever All at Once, or Stephanie Hughes Husu from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Sorry, Kerry Condon or Jamie Lee Curtis won't win, but it'll be either the Angela Bassett, Hong Chow, or Stephanie Hsu.
On the
That's
pyramid, on the pyramid of what's it called?
Victimization.
Progressive
Yeah.
pyramid.
Press.
Yeah. So blacks are the highest over Asians. So Angela
Okay,
Bassett.
so Angela Bassett
But-
will get it. Okay.
Well, you got look. There's one thing that might trump this, and it's that it's in a crap MCU superhero movie, and the Oscars don't like those at all.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
You're right.
They can't go around giving them to Marvel
right.
movies.
Yeah,
that would
but
be-
look
yeah.
how woke Marvel movies are now. They're so progressive. It might be the time for the change.
But it's a black woman, and they didn't give black. Did they give any Oscar to the first Black Panther? Did it win anything?
This is
It got nominated
irresistible.
for best
Yeah,
picture.
I'm still going with Bassett because now that what's his name's dead, and there's a black woman, and
I'll go
it's
Bassett.
This
Yeah,
is irresistible force meets the immovable object type shit.
Yeah.
it kind of is.
Can you imagine
Marvel are
the
the
sweat
number
in the-
one message point. Marvel are the number one message promoters at the moment. So it's
I
never
think
going
I
Bassett.
think I think through momentum alone that if Everything Everywhere All at Once is the chosen darling, then it's going to start racking them up. And I don't think Angela Bassett's going to be able to overcome that and the Marvel stigma.
Yeah, I will say that if it looks like it's going to be a landslide of everything, then you're probably right. But if you start seeing like, a little bit of here and there,
I'm going Bassett.
Yeah, I still think it'll be Bassett too.
I reckon Bassett.
It'll be interesting.
And think about it. That would really like help try to salvage the terribleness of Phase 4 PR wise, like giving Marvel this, like, you know what I mean, like so they would be like.
So basically, if Marvel have paid for it, then she'll get it.
Right.
Animated feature film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yep.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The Sea Beast and Turning Red. Turning Red will win because it's about women's periods and it's Asian.
Hands down. Not even close.
Are you all right? Do you want me, after trying to pronounce his name, you want me to call you an ambulance? Are you going to be okay?
Excuse me, that's offensive. I can read Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
You look like
guys, I think he had a stroke.
I can't say it either.
Guillermo del Toro or something. Who gives a fuck?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, listen.
No, it's funnier the way I do it.
It is
cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front. Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. Elvis, Empire of Light, or Tar.
Elvis.
I'd hope All Quiet on the Western Front gets it.
It's got some good cinematography, although I don't like that washed out tone that they insist on making every war movie now, though.
Yeah, color grading was a mistake.
Elvis was great. Film back then?
Yeah. Well, they shot the movie, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So my dad always used to say that about some films. It's a true story. It was filmed as it happened. Costume design, don't care. Well, although it has got Black Panther in there, so again, they might go with that.
And Elvis as well, I think.
Yeah, but Everything Everywhere All at Once. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris and Babylon. Babylon might get it, because, the costume design in that was quite good. Directing.
I mean, as much as I enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once, the costumes, she's basically just wearing a frumpy cardigan and a...
Shouldn't Elvis get the nod for that one?
It. Yeah, fucking
to be honest with you, that's not a bad one. I don't know about Babylon. I haven't seen it yet. And Black Panther, you do got to give it to the costume designers. There's a lot of talented craftsmen in Hollywood that
especially since
are abused to death by fucking Marvel.
It's funny because normally in Africa they don't even have anything to wear, just regular clothes. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Fictional.
Oh.
Directing. The Banshees of Inisherin by Martin McDonough. Donagh, is it? I don't know. The Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. Tar, Todd Field, and Triangle of Sadness, Ruben Östlund.
Heidi, we'll be getting to that later, hopefully. So don't start ruining that.
I don't think Spielberg deserves it for Fabelmans because I didn't think the film was...
I've not seen it.
Not even going to watch that one.
It'll be everything everywhere. That'll win it.
It should be Everything Everywhere. The stuff that they had to juggle and all the different things that were happening in that movie, that it wasn't a complete train wreck. Yeah, editing and directing, it was crazy. Fabelmans is just it's Spielberg's therapy session. Yeah, that's all it is. Spielberg, it's fine, but it's not that great.
Spielberg navel gazing is all that is.
Yeah.
He's
earned it. He can make a movie like that. It's fine. Go for it. Make that movie if that's what you want to do. It's not like you haven't given me tons of entertainment since my childhood that I will treasure forever. You want to do that, that's fine. I'm just saying it wasn't for me. I don't think it was that great, and I don't see that as a directing masterpiece.
Easy with the anti-Semitic remarks, Yoda. Jesus.
God, fucking Nazi.
I know, man.
It was
quite a leap, but-
it was the entertainment I'll treasure forever part, was it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That
No,
was the
it
one
was
that went over the top.
It was criticizing Spielberg for doing a boring movie, man. Jesus.
I know. Don't
My
even get me
fav-
started on BFG.
I was just going to say, just to mention on that, I almost got into an argument with somebody on Twitter, and he brought. I can't remember what we were arguing about, but I looked at his timeline, and he had a quote saying, and the quote was, "What's Steven Spielberg's best movie?" And this guy's reply was, Tintin. And it was like, well, your argument's invalid. Yes, your argument's invalid about everything.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Once.
Yeah.
God,
Nice.
yeah. I've skipped a couple. I've skipped documentary short, documentary feature film
Yeah,
because nobody cares.
fuck all that.
Boring. Film editing. Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick.
Editing, I don't know, everything everywhere, even though I
Yeah.
don't personally like it.
I think
The
that's
The
Yeah.
editing on it was masterclass.
Yeah, that was the most complex. Yeah, it's got to be that.
Nobody cares about best international film.
Wait a
Hair
minute,
and makeup.
wait a minute, I do. I'm out of curiosity. What are they?
All
Why?
Quiet on the
You're a
Western Front.
racist.
Argentina 1985. Close. EO. And The Quiet Girl.
Never
That's
heard
not
of any
foreign.
of those.
And The Quiet Girl's based. Yes, based in Ireland. That's not foreign.
It is to me. Wait a minute.
Make-
It is to you too, you liar.
No, they're only like over there. Makeup and
Yes, Heidi,
hairstyle.
2,000 mules. Yes, Heidi.
Makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet on the Western Front for hair and makeup. I didn't see anybody in lipstick and stuff on the battlefield.
Just fucking mud and sweat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we got
Here's
to
the
do you
makeup.
up here. Okay.
Next. The Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis and the Whale. I mean, the bodysuit for the whale was very, very good. Out of those, so
What's this
Oh,
for
okay.
makeup?
yeah, and hair.
Surely just Ferrell, whatever his name is, in the Penguin makeup.
Oh yeah, no, that was very good, wasn't it?
Sure,
See, I'd
that
forgotten
was
he was even in that.
Yeah.
Best music, original score, All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, or The Fabelmans.
Couldn't care.
None of those had anything remarkable of soundtrack wise.
No.
Just give it to
Music.
John Williams.
I was going to say, give it to Williams. He's
That's
he's
just what.
dead in a
If
couple
you're
of
not
years.
sure, just default to Williams. That's what happens there.
Williams
Music
and
for-
Spielberg.
Original song, Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. I didn't even know that had an original song in it.
Oh, that's Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, yeah. And
Oh,
Blood
God.
Pop, apparently. Lift Me Up by Rihanna from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. This is
Black
Life.
Panther.
Black
Panther.
Panther.
I'm gonna give you the Black Panda. Yo, that's what pimps give the hose. The Black Panda.
Black
I'm
Panther.
gonna give you the Black
You're
Panther.
just completely checked out, haven't you, Phil? You just don't even give a shit anymore.
I don't even know. I'm still hungry. It's making me go like. This is Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once, or what I would like to see win is Natu Natu from RRR, because I thought that was a cracking song, and apparently they're going to be performing it live on the show,
Oh,
which I shall
thank
watch on
God.
Well, they
YouTube.
perform all of them. They perform all of them live as
Oh, do
they
they?
go through the show. Yeah, it's just a thing they do.
Okay, Best Picture. All 57 nominations are. Because All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water,
real?
Oh,
Wait a minute. What? Just as a sidebar, how much has Avatar 2 made right now? As of right now, do we know?
nearly as much
450
money as
billion.
nearly as much money as America have given Ukraine.
No, I need to. Oh my God! It's
Hang
bankrupted
on.
the world.
Actually, pretty much, yeah.
Hang on.
It's not even close to that, but unfortunately, it's measured in a full percentage.
2.284 billion.
It's a
How's it
crime.
made that? How's it made that money?
I don't know. The first one.
I-
How much did the first one make?
2.7.
About $20 off that, I think it was.
It was 2.7 billion. It was the number one for.
So you're
Until
telling me
Endgame
you're
or
telling me
I came out.
Avatar 2 has made more money than Avatar 1?
No, not yet.
Not yet,
Oh.
but give it a chance.
I cannot
It's made
believe.
2.2. You said right? 2.2 billion.
Oh, yeah,
Avatar
yeah.
2,
Yeah.
and Avatar 1 made 2.7. So
That
I don't
is-
think it's
It's
going
not
to
even
make
out.
it.
It's not
There's
even
no
out on
help.
release or anything else though.
There's no hope for our fellow men.
No.
It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, so going back to this list, so we had All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Hey, Mad Ink is back. Our boy
Yes,
Mad
we
Ink is
are,
back.
Maddie.
Hi, Mad Ink.
You guys are great. Yes, we are great. We know. Why are you telling us?
Thank you, Maddie.
The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick. Really? I didn't realise it got nominated for Best Picture. Triangle of Sadness and Women Talking. It's got to be Women Talking out of that lot, isn't it?
Give it to Maverick. Do you know what?
Wow.
I've seen that film. I think I've seen that film about 6 times now, and I
Did you
never
say-
tire of it.
You say Best Picture?
Yes. These are
They're
all
not
Best Picture nominations.
They're not going to give that to Maverick.
No,
Well,
I
you
know.
can see the nominations. There's 10 nominations total.
What?
5 of them are things people have actually seen.
10.
That's the stuff they give to the hoi polloi to just shut them up. None of those 5 are going to win. It's going to be some. Hopefully, Everything Everywhere All at Once, but it's probably going to be some bullshit like what women talking or some nonsense.
And there's nothing bigger bullshit than women talking.
I was going to say, do you know what? I heard a great one the other day who somebody said, Women Talking, it should be called Women Be Talking.
It's not
Production
just
design.
any women talking; it's Mennonite women talking. Won't that be a cracking good time?
If you're close to suicide, it might just push you over the edge. Production design.
If you
It's
need a
all
little
quiet.
help, here you go.
All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Babylon, Elvis, and the Fablemans. See, production design. I don't think the
Fablemans for
Fablemans.
production. Fuck off!
I know.
He's just like in a house, isn't it?
Pretty much. Yes.
What is Babylon about?
It's kind of about the story of how
It's
singing
about
in the
women
rain.
talking. That's why it's called Babble On.
Hey-o!
I actually really rated Babylon. I think Sean, you would like it.
What is it about, though, for real?
It's kind of about how the story of Singing in the Rain took place.
Oh,
But no, wait. But it's based in a real Hollywood where there are drugs, there are murders, and it's kind of like Singing in the Rain if it was made by Quentin Tarantino. But there's no music. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Okay, yeah.
It was very good.
Let me sell it to you better. It's basically the sexual debauchery of 1920s Hollywood
Okay, I'm sold.
Gene
sold.
Kelly was a
With-
monster, man.
with Margot Robbie.
The only reason why Gene Kelly was angry at what's his name, Malcolm McDowell at those Oscars is because he stole his whole idea, singing in the rain while kicking a woman in the stomach.
You know, speaking of Margot Robbie, I unironically cannot wait to see the Barbie movie this year. Ryan
Barbie
Gosling
movie.
is Ken. Oh, it's
Hold
gonna be
on.
so. It's gonna
Like
be
20
so.
minutes ago, you were slagging off Pip for watching Puss in Boots.
Yeah, but this is gonna be watching it ironically though.
Oh, okay.
You just
Puss
said,
is-
unironically, you want to see
I
it.
can't. No, I unironically can't wait to see it. Ironically,
I'm very confused.
Yeah,
I can't. I really want to go see it, but I'm not going to watch it because I'm like, oh, I love Barbie.Ugh.
I think you're.
I'm very confused that Sean understands what the word ironic means.
the irony.
It's obviously that word of the day toilet paper is really paying off.
Sean's
I
going
use-
to be back in the cinema with his fleshlight watching Barbie.
you know,
And, oh,
I use words like that to give this podcast some verisimilitude.
Word of the day toilet paper, as Sean knows it, Kentucky public schools.
I
My
call
word
it-
of the I was going to say, my word of the toilet paper is rubbish. It just says, now wash your hands, now wash your hands, now wash your hands.
No,
stop using your fingers.
No, I actually have a custom roll made with all 4 of your picture on it.
The worst bit is I've got my tongue out in my picture.
He's unrolling it going, who's going to get the special today?
I seriously don't know what you're seeing in that Barbie movie, and I don't think you want to see it. Ironically, I think you really want to see it.
No,
for some
I
reason.
do. I do want to see it because I think it will be absolutely hilarious, unintentionally, but I
Yeah.
think it will be hilarious.
In that horrible, twisted way, I'm looking forward to seeing it as well.
Dude, it's got Ryan Gosling in it, man. He's literally me.
I will. Sure, I will. We'll go with that. I will wager
Sean,
you
sorry, just
10
to
to
ask.
1.
I was just going to ask, sorry, Sean, that world you live in where you're very much like Ryan and Gosling, do the unicorns and leprechauns have fun there as well?
I drive. You got me for 5 minutes. Either side of that, you're on your own.
Right. Anyway.
I wagered 10 to 1 that when the actual trailer comes out, whatever, when you actually see what's going to be probably in the movie, you get a much better idea, that you'll be like, no, I don't want to see it anymore.
No, I know what it's going to be, and I can't wait to see it.
Apart from, I have heard with that Barbie movie, they haven't got the song Barbie World in it, which is a bit of a shame.
That's a shame.
That's weird. That's weird.
That's a bit of a shame.
I've got a really great edit with Gosling dressed as Ken in it, with that song playing with a lot of statistics behind him about the people that a lot of people that work in the media and government and banking and stuff, and it's very funny. I'll send it to you later.
That's disturbing.
Matt, I bet Matt knows what I'm talking about. I bet he's got that on his phone too.
Well,
we've seen each other's Telegram accounts. He knows what I'm talking about.
Short film, animated, don't care. Short film, live action. An Irish Goodbye should win it. Sound, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Batman, Elvis, Top Gun.
what's this for?
Sound.
Maverick probably on that one.
It should. I mean, they had to film that shit in real jets, so then you have to. I don't know how hard it would be to put all that together.
I was just going to say, the way you said that Top Gun should win for best sound, I can imagine these jets flying around with some guy on the wing with a microphone going, bloody hell. Don't go upside down again.
Fuck you, Cruz. I told you not to go upside down.
Best visual
the boom
effects.
bike went in the engine. We're going to die.
Best visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Batman, Black Panther, Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Wait a minute.
Again, you see,
How everything everywhere isn't in that?
no, but these visual effects, there wasn't. Well, I suppose it did have visual effects and stuff in it, didn't
It
it?
had a giant bagel, but that was about it. It wasn't that much visual effects.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick should get it because it is going back to the old school of practical effects.
Yeah, they problem solved and got it done rather than just sitting on a CGI computer going.
We don't like that no more. We live. That's not how we do things around here.
Are those really visual effects? I mean, it's like saying instead of using miniature cars, I just drove the car and you filmed it. And that's a visual effect. You got in the plane and fucking filmed it. Is that a visual effect?
They had to rig up. They had to rig up special cameras.
They had to put more cameras in the cockpit.
No,
okay. Like they don't put cameras inside a car.
There's people sat on the wings filming Tom Cruise stuff as they're going past and stuff.
But that's not an effect. That's photography.
It's an effect.
And who cares? Oh my god.
All right. Writing from an adapted screenplay. All Quiet on the Western Front. Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun, Women Talking will get out.
Yeah, Women Talking.
Western Front should.
The last one, writing from an original screenplay, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Fableman's Tar, Triangle of Sadness. Everything Everywhere will
I think
win.
that's probably the most original film I've seen for several years. So yeah, gotta give it to that.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's. I still maintain it's really not that original, but whatever.
And that's the Oscars this year.
It's a really good film. I'm still impressed with all the layers and nuances and things I keep peeling every time I watch it. I even if it's not your cup of tea, Sean, and I can understand that. I mean, I'm not. I'm not denigrating you for that. I'm just saying that.
No. I'm not shitting on the movie. I just don't. I mean, I think it was a lot of other things we've seen before. Chop sueyed into it.
Well, you could say that about so much stuff. I mean,
Well,
it's very difficult to make something really original. I'm saying that they made a film that it wasn't just some IP, and it wasn't just some crowd pleaser. It had a lot to say.
It was
did a lot.
Attempt. Yeah,
it was artistic. It was I mean, you gotta give it just respect.
No,
because that could be such a train wreck. It could have been.
Yeah,
and it
I
wasn't.
mean, no, like don't get me wrong. I just I don't hold it in as high regard as you guys do, as far as like, oh, it was so original.
I know. I'm with you on that, Sean. When we were discussing when it first came out, I said it was good, but a bit overrated. But
yeah,
I
it
think
is overrated.
Matt, you like Mando season 3. You don't get to say that.
Well, if you look at what it's up against in the other ones, it is by far the most original movie that we've had for a long time.
That's true. I will go that far with you. I'll go that far with you.
How much of that is just a starving man sees food for the first time, or is
there's some of that
really that original?
I think
it's a little of both.
It is.
I think it's a bit.
Here, close my camera out for a minute. I got to run and take a whiz. I'm about to. My back teeth are floating. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Oops, that was the wrong one.
Wouldn't that be funny if you had like?
Let's get that close up of that.
Zoom in. Turn up the volume.
He stood up and
It's gonna be like Frank Drebin in Police Squad. Oops.
The movie with Ana de Armas's boobs wins Best Visual Effects. Am I right?
Oh, those aren't effects.
They are God-given natural.
So yeah, I mean, with the Oscars, tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll watch the news and sort of like, and that's going to be it. Like with last year.
Who's volunteering to write down for the article? Who's going to list it all?
I can't. I'm out in the morning, so I can't, unfortunately.
I could do it. I'll let Stark. Stark likes to.
I was trying to see
straight on
to
it
live
early,
stream it
It's an early
tonight or
bird.
not, but I don't know if I should. I might, but just because something
it
to
takes
do.
10 minutes. Copy paste.
Well, yeah, for
Literally
that.
that
I'm talking
easy.
about live streaming it tonight, but
I
then
won't bother.
the problem is that I gotta get up so goddamn early, so I probably won't.
Yeah, don't
Let's
bother.
see. But then conversely, we are thinking of sitting down and watching the Star Wars Holiday Special for a live
Yeah, I
stream.
need to get on that, man.
Yeah,
So
figure out how that can be done. But yeah, I'm up for that.
And
I've never
when I
seen
say we got to get on it, I mean we got to get it over with.
yeah,
I've never seen it.
I'm
are
kind
you
of
in for a
half
treat?
looking.
I
Yeah, I'm
can't
kind
wait.
of half looking forward to it. It's going to be a giggle. I said Sean should join us because that would be even funnier.
Yes, he should do.
Because I mean, he would hate it. I said earlier before you guys came on, I said you should come and join it because you can just sit there and moan about how bad it is. He said I could do that with any Star Wars film.
It'd be quite nice. It'd be like a first reaction video as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon
Yeah,
we
it could be
should
quite a
do
giggle.
Have some drinks and get on that.
Right. Okay. So we've covered everything. Is that it now? Goodbye.
No, because Sean wants to talk about his.
I was just going to say
Oscar
we should have logged off before Sean got back. That would have been funny.
of his pack.
Oh, that's cool. We can end it now. I'm fine with that.
Not to
I'll
be
see you
a-
guys next week.
not to be a dick about it here, Phil, but the actual thumbnail is Creed.
Have you not discussed that?
No, not yet. Bloody hell. Right, hang on.
Fuck it. I'll vote we go on to Sean's article about the Oscars.
Yeah, that's much more
Oh
entertaining.
yeah, no. Let's talk about that first. So yeah, Sean. Basically, you found an article saying about.
Title. You're fucking up my SEO, man.
Oh
No,
yeah,
Save
I
the
did see
best,
this.
maybe the best till last.
Yeah.
Right,
Wait
yeah.
for last.
So
Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead. Phil.
So basically, Sean found an interesting article about whether movies in the past would have been nominated or won the Oscars if they were voted for today. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah. Oscars today. The people that vote for the Oscars were given a chance to go back and basically say, would you still vote for the movies that you voted for Best Picture back at various points? So, do you want me to go? I've got it pulled up in front of me.
Go for it. Go on.
Go on then.
So, which one are you on? Are you on the Hollywood Reporter there? No.
New York Post.
Yeah, okay.
Should
So
I do
there's
the other
two.
one?
Yeah. Pull up the Hollywood Reporter one.
All right.
Don't you have ad blocker? What's the matter with you?
Or no, we can.
I do. It's right here. What's the problem? It doesn't mean that this shit still don't come up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah. So best picture in '77 was Rocky. The new winner would be All the President's Men. And we
I'm
can know.
surprised at that.
Well, no, because Watergate, and there's nothing the left and leftists love more.
Well,
than
true.
That was like their greatest moment of all time was getting rid of Nixon.
That, to be fair, I mean, if you look at all of those, All the President's Men, Network, Taxi Driver, and Rocky, those are all quality movies. Whether or not you like the Nixon stuff, it does. I get it, but I also think that the movie itself is well told and gripping and works.
Taxi Driver should have won it. 1990, old winner, Driving Miss Daisy, which we all admit did. I mean, who gives a shit about Driving Miss Daisy now, right?
No.
Now they say they would have voted for My Left Foot, the Daniel Day-Lewis movie that nobody's seen.
I've seen it.
Okay, 95 is Forrest Gump. New winner would be The Shawshank Redemption. I agree with that. Shawshank Redemption is a much better movie than Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Would you
Pulp
agree?
Fiction, would you...
I mean, that's a good year, isn't it? Pulp Fiction's
Yeah.
Forrest and Shawshank. Fucking hell.
I mean, just play devil's advocate. I agree with you on Shawshank's better than Forrest Gump, but Pulp Fiction better than Shawshank? I don't know.
Probably a better movie, but I find myself I get like invested in The Shawshank. If it's on TV and I catch it on, I'll finish it.
No, you're right. You're right.
Pulp
I
Fiction, I don't do that so much.
Can I do my impression of Forrest Gump?
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
moving on.
No. I'll Jake. Okay, Jenny. I'll look after the AIDS baby.
Best picture of 1999 was Shakespeare in Love.
What a load of shit.
Yeah.
Not even then.
New
that was
winner.
considered a load of shit at the time.
Yeah.
I remember.
New winner would be Saving Private Ryan, rightfully so. Everybody at the time knew
Yes.
that, right?
God.
I have no idea how that happened.
Probably Gwyneth got one of her mint-scented candles out and gave it to
She did get boobs out in that film, so there is that.
If you want me to send you the instructions on how to get the vagina rock out, you will vote for Shakespeare in Love.
So 2006, the old winner was Crash. New winner is Brokeback Mountain, naturally, because they would vote for. It was about
Munich should have been the winner.
Well, I disagree with that, but whatever.
I think that's a terrible year, isn't it? Look at it.
It's not a great year, but I'm talking about if that's my list: Crash, Brokeback Mountain, Good Night, Good Luck, Capote, and Munich. I'm going to go with Munich.
I love Munich. I love what happened at Munich. I mean, I love the movie Munich.
Best comedy ever.
So switch over to
second best.
Yeah, switch over to the New York Post version there, Yoda, if you don't mind. So it expands a little bit on some of this stuff, and it said like, let's see here.
Green Book.
Yeah,
2019.
Yeah, so it's talking about like why they wouldn't vote for him now, and it says, calling it merely Hollywood's latest white savior narrative. Seth Meyers sent it up, filmed in a sketch. So that's why they crashed 2005.
This kind of thing, this Green Book, I'm like, yeah. Don't you feel like this is one of those where you can't win for losing? Like we need more stuff about how blacks were treated back in the day and everything, and then when you do it, then it's like they don't like it, especially if it's based on a true story. Like there's no pleasing you.
No.
Well, surely when they learn that though, it's like the blue-haired whiners on thing. You're never going to get anything right with them. They are always going to moan about everything.
And that's why you should never apologise.
All at once.
Repeal the 13th Amendment is what I say.
Jesus.
What's the 13th Amendment?
Take a guess.
I don't know. I'm going to Google it.
So 2005, it says, initially it won critical acclaim, But in the years after its win, Crash came in for scathing reevaluation of its ham-fisted racial stereotypes and melodramatic weeping, with even Haggis himself saying it wasn't necessarily best picture material. Was it the best film of the year? I don't think so, he told The Guardian. This is, American Beauty 2000. Obviously, Kevin Spacey ruined that for all of them.
Yeah, it's weird. There was a movie called Crash, like 3 years before, and I hadn't seen this one, and I hadn't seen the other one either. I just knew about the other one, and so I got it really mixed up. I'm like, Crash? Is that the one where people get off on and have sex because of car accidents?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah, I just had to Google it because I thought that's what one. I was like, fucking no way.
It's like, oh no, it's much worse.
Which is a much better movie.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, 1995.
Wait. Let's do. Did you do American Beauty here? American Beauty is. I didn't hear you say that one. That one is garbage. That American Beauty one.
It was a dumb movie anyway.
Massively overrated.
Yeah. Gump came in for increasingly scathing reeval of its lionizing of a dopey protagonist with no real point of view, as critic Amy Nicholson put it. The film is so afraid to dredge up debate that when Abby Hoffman hands Forrest his microphone in an anti-war rally, someone unplugs the speaker so we can't hear him. Silence of the Lambs, 92.
Hold on. Forrest Gump. I don't whether you like it or not. I thought it was a magical film. I thought it was fucking fantastic. I mean, these people they're just grasping at straws to hate something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's things that are said in Forrest Gump. I think it's mostly about how America, that like America lost its innocence. Jenny's the one that is on the left side that just got her life destroyed, partially because of her own stupid choices, and is willing to destroy others' lives because of it. And Forrest is the guy that does his best, and he stumbles into a lot of success. There is something to be said that people get successful with no real talent, or something. So I don't think it's
look at X Factor.
Yeah, but I do agree with Sean. Reevaluating, I would put Shawshank up there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
this is the best one.
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. The movie largely holds up with one exception. The character of James Buffalo Bill Gum, Ted Levine, a killer who designs on making a suit of woman's skin. Levine's incredible performance is now viewed by some as a villainized portrayal of transgender men. Can't have that.
Nonsense. That is a classic movie still. And I don't care what this idiot is saying.
It is a masterclass, but also, what happened? Why are we held hostage to the ideology of 0.5% of the world's population?
Yeah,
when it's tiny fraction of fucking retards.
Corporate HR.
Because 3% of the world is pushing it on us for some reason.
50% of the world is easily is in HR departments.
Yeah.
And that 3% pushing it on us, Sean, they're only doing it because they know that it's only go if you push back. So
exactly. Dances with Wolves, 91. When I went to see it with, let's see, Native American activist Russell Means critiqued the film poor usage of the Lakota language. When I went to see it with a bunch of Lakota guys, we were laughing. Cynical. If a movie features white people rescuing people of color from their plight, odds are high an Oscar will follow. Now, I think Dances with Wind is one of the first woke movies. I've said that before, and I still stand by that.
I don't think you're wrong. And I went and saw it when I was like 19 or 20, I remember. And it was, like when you're that young and you're still not realizing what the world really is. And you're like, going, oh my God, it's so. And they say, oh, the white savior. It's like, yeah, but every other white person in this movie is garbage.
Like villainous. Like, not just even like, I just don't care. No, they're like actively evil.
Yeah. I mean, it is really bad. And I watched it not that long ago. It's like, I haven't seen this in a while. And I was just shocked at how it's like, why did I fall for this crap? This is just awful. Yeah, cinematography is good, and there are good moments in it, but overall, it's just like, yeah, it's awful. And now,
It is.
I think it's awful for different reasons. And this guy's like, well, you're not doing the Lakota language properly. It's like, oh fuck, every American movie that's any language where they have to speak it phonetically, it's always terrible. From Russia, the Swedish, Italian, doesn't matter. Stop making it racist because of that. Make it racist because they think all white men were just horrifyingly evil back then.
Never mind that most of all of the Indian actors in the movie were actual indigenous losers. So
yeah,
they weren't Indian. They didn't sound Indian.
So no doubt about in 20 years' time we're going to hear this Russell Means critiquing Avatar for the same reasons.
Yeah.
And just to make a point of it, should have been Goodfellas that year.
yeah, it should have been Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah, we've had
Absolutely. But because, Driving Miss Daisy, 1990, we can all, you don't need me to even read the article to tell you why they wouldn't vote for that one now, right?
I don't see why that movie is so bad. I don't get it.
It's not. No, it's very indicative of that time period that it was made in.
Yeah.
If that's offensive, then oh well,
I mean, isn't the message of the movie that this old woman who treated this guy like a servant ended up became best friends, and that he cared for her?
Nobody
and they
wants to
became
see that.
equals.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
What am I missing here?
Apparently, Spike Lee will set you straight on that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Rain Man, 1989. Well, since all four of us are retards, I think we all know how offensive a movie about a retard is.
No,
Oscars are on tonight. Oscars are on tonight. I like the Oscars. Oscars, man.
They mention it here in Tropic Thunder, and I think that movie really had Hollywood's number on that. Is that they say they do these ones about mentally damaged people, but they do them with some sort of magical power all the time, so they can get the Oscar.
It's called
It's
called the magical retard.
The magic retard, right? Because he had all he could. Well, it's not. I'm pretty sure that's what they do, and it's like
it is.
Hoffman had the he could do all the numbers and stuff, and he could gamble, and some of them. What's the guy in the Green Mile? He had magic powers, right?
That's called the magic Negro trope.
That's both. Because he was also retarded.
Was he?
That's
he was
slow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're not.
No,
just to clarify, Yoda's not.
Hoffman
saying
was retarded too.
Yeah,
he also played a retard in the movie.
Yeah, but Yoda. Just to be clear, Yoda's not saying all Black Americans are retarded.
No, I'm saying all actors are.
Sorry.
Me or Matt might say that, but Yoda would never say that.
No, I wouldn't say that. But
Sorry,
I thought you were saying.
I thought you were saying that Michael Clark Duncan in The Green Mile was retarded because of the way he talked, which then made me worry about Sean.
No, he was really good in that movie, though. The Green Mile.
It's a good movie. I'm just saying that they did this all the time, and then they made a point of it. It's like Sean Penn in I Am Sam. Didn't have any magical powers. Went from the Oscar that year.
Yeah. So Lawrence of Arabia, 1963.
Matt, he didn't have. Sean Penn didn't have. No. You said that he had a disability. Okay, he didn't have a disability in Milk.
He did have a disability. He was mentally deranged.
Didn't he beat Madonna when they were married?
You walked right onto that. Yeah.
You guys are really blurring the lines between the character they play and the actor themselves. I'm getting confused here.
Yes, when I Am Sam was married to Madonna in the movie, he beat her.
Yes.
He was not a magic retard. He was a violent retard.
Who's now Zelensky's best mate, so he says it all, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Again, I'm getting confused here. We are talking about the character, not Sean Penn.
I don't know.
Lawrence of Arabia. I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia.
Boring as hell. It's
Half
greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's greatest seeing is The Brown Face by Alec Guinness.
Do you know what we've got going on here in the UK at the moment? They're all kicking off about Zulu. Have you read that? I should do an article about that.
Oh, you talk with Michael Caine?
Yeah, they're all kicking off over here. Problematic.
I love that movie.
Michael Caine's basically come out and said,
I know why. Shut up.
For some strange reason, when you said Zulu, my head immediately, for some reason, heard Zoolander, and I'm going, really? Why? Michael Caine was never in Zoolander.
It is a great movie. In fact, you know, Matt, that I've actually got a custom rifle made from one of the rifles that was used in that battle.
Oh, sweet!
I'll show it to you. I can't show it to you on a live stream or YouTube will cancel.
Do you want to hear my impression? Do you want to hear my impression of Michael Caine in Zulu?
Please.
Oi! Stop chucking their bloody spears.
Fuck's sake.
You know that battle.
Phil, don't break Sean.
You know that I think that battle is responsible for like the most. What's the highest award that the British military gives? Victoria Cross or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I think that was the result of more of those given to like one small unit than in history. Like 10 or 12 guys got that, and then great movie though.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
The Empire should not have been dissolved.
One of us should write a retro. One of us should write a retro review of that movie this week. Now that we're talking about it,
yeah, I think you just volunteered, buddy.
I'll tell you what. I'll do the article about it's being classed as far right extremism, and Michael Jane basically saying bullshit, and then you can do a retro review, Sean.
That sounds good. That's a good idea. We'll pair them up like that.
All right.
So let's see here. What was we got? Colonialism and brownface for Lawrence of Arabia.
Same for West Side Story.
Okay, I didn't get to that one yet, or I didn't. Gone with the Wind. Oh man, I don't know nothing.
What is wrong with that?
I don't know nothing about Birth of No Babies, Miss Scarlett.
What's wrong with that film?
Nothing.
Never seen it.
I'm going to since I got a lot of stuff about casting and that time that people are able to break through barriers and see that kind of stuff. If they ever remake Gone with the Wind, I'm going to audition for Mammy because I don't see anybody that looks like me serving a white Southern slave plantation, and I feel like we're not getting represented very well in those situations. What do you think? You think I got a chance?
Well, I think if you identify as a black woman.
And I don't know nothing about Birth of No Babies, so I feel like I've got it figured out.
Sky's the limit.
Perfect.
I mean, if that's the way we do things now, I figure then fine. I want to see that representation.
Yeah.
I can get whipped just as well as anybody else. What's the problem here?
That's what his wife said about him anyway. Hey-o.
That's right. I've had many years of practice.
I love the last line in the article about Gone with the Wind. The more subtle racism of Gone with the Wind is in some ways more insidious, going to great lengths to enshrine the myth that the Civil War wasn't fought over slavery. I got some news for you, readers of the New York Times. It wasn't. Anyway, that does it.
Sure, it wasn't. Yes, of course it was. It just
no,
there was
it
a lot
wasn't.
of other stuff. In the North, these people were gone crazy. They were there was practically Antifa terrorists over slavery. All the reasons that they put together were about keeping the thing together and all that kind of stuff. And Lincoln's going under a lot of scrutiny lately, I've noticed.
They owned slaves in the North all the way up until the passage of the 13th.
Yeah, they were called the Irish.
Right. Well, that's okay though,
Soulless ginger. Somebody cares
about. What good are they? Anyway?
Soulless gingers.
So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting to see. I was hoping when I first clicked on it that we were going to get a legit reasons other than like woke shit. I was like, no, Goodfellas really is a better movie because it is. On reappraisal, but no, everything was viewed through the lens of the the SJW
today.
here. Yeah,
That's the problem. You can't judge stuff from the past with today's standards. It doesn't work. That's kind of like saying War of the Worlds, the original War of the Worlds, is crap because you can see the strings on the spaceships. You know, it's
no. You can judge Goodfellas and Gone with the Wind by your standards today because you look at it and go like, no, that's right. Goodfellas is a better movie. But what you're saying is you can't judge those movies from a political, you can't use your political bent. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it depends, right? I mean, there's some movies that are timeless throughout the years and throughout the decades.
The original
Birth of a Nation.
That is a masterclass. War of the Worlds, the original one from the 50s, is better than the Spielberg remake.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I was just saying, but I what I was saying was like you say, from a political viewpoint. But I've known people that kind of like say, "Oh, I don't watch black and white films," and it's kind of like, why? You're missing out on so much. But it's like, well, it's black and white.
You're missing out on Lauren Hardy for starters.
Yeah, and
Yeah, there's the well, I mean, you got to divide that up. We're talking about the difference between the technical aspects of a movie and the cultural aspects of a movie. And what nobody here is going on, well, you can't watch King Kong because it's clearly a stop motion in black and white, That's not why they're mad at it. They're mad at it because the natives weren't portrayed very well on the island or something like that. And it's like
they made those savages out to look like savages.
I know. It's crazy.
It's outrageous.
But I mean that's my point when we talk about the prism of today. We're talking about viewing these things because there were too many white people in the movie, or all this nonsense. It's like, okay, you guys had no idea what it was like to live back then, or where everybody's heads were at back then. And you are discounting that all that stuff is what built us to where we are now, and you're just shitting on all that.
The good
taking
news
us back.
The good news is we've ran out of time to talk about Creed 3, so sorry about that.
You've run out of time. However.
So this is going to transition into Yoda Unplugged or Yoda Unleashed, and the rest of us is going to take off.
I will just go on with Creed 3. Honestly, to be honest with you, this is one of those movies that's perfectly fine, and I can't find a lot wrong with it. But it just didn't engage me.
Serviceable.
It's serviceable at best. It's kind of Rocky V, which is not exactly the one you want to be remaking.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Which was the best one? Well, 5, obviously.
Yeah. He has a friend that gets out of jail and would have been a fighter if he hadn't got put in jail, and part of it was Creed's fault, but it wasn't all his fault. I mean, the guy shouldn't have pulled a gun and all that. And so now he wants a chance at the title, and then he turns on him, even though Creed gives him a chance. And so then he ends up having to fight him. It takes almost an hour to get to the first fight. So there's just all this character development just goes on forever. And then I think Drinker brought this up. I don't remember where I heard this from, but with Rocky V, he lost everything because for some reason Paulie was able to give power of attorney to some guy that stole everything they had. And so they end up back in, it was just a way to get them back into poor, on the streets, to set Rocky back. That doesn't happen with Creed. Creed has all his money. He has nothing to prove. He retired a champion. He was never beat. There's no real reason for him to risk all this, other than pride and guys stuff. And that's not nothing. I mean, I don't want to, there's been a lot of good movies based on that, but it just doesn't feel like the stakes are nearly enough to what they should be. And then
Yoda,
somebody dies halfway in the middle of it that you go, okay, I guess I'm supposed to care about this. And I just couldn't get.
Can you answer the question?
I
was going to say, sorry, can you answer the question that's on the tip of all of our tongues? Is there much black on black violence?
There is, because the two boxers fight each other.
Good.
And then there's also, if that's your cup of tea,
He's a big.
The Jonathan Powers, Jonathan Majors character, when he gets his first fight, he gets to beat up a Mexican. So you get
lovely. Oh, brilliant. Ticks all the boxes for me then.
and
does any man beat up a woman?
Well, no, but Victor Drago from the last movie is in this movie, and Creed is working with him and the Mexican champion. He's kind of like their managers, and he's working out the fights and everything. And Jonathan Majors' character hires somebody to do a Nancy Kerrigan on Victor Drago. So a black guy comes out and beats him with a club.
Okay. Wow. This is ticking all the boxes for me.
This is what you want. I think they got you covered.
Art imitates life, boys. Art imitates life.
Victor Drago is his little skating outfit going, why?
Okay, so that wraps up Creed 3.
Does Zelensky show up at the end and give a speech before the big match, asking for money?
Yeah, at the very end, Creed punches communism. It's awesome.
Creed, it's me, Zelensky. I come here before this match to tell you about how your sons will fight in Ukraine if you don't give us another $100 million.
I didn't know Zelensky was Indian.
Why don't you do the
northwest
corrupt,
of it?
Why don't you do a corrupt East Bloc accent then? Go ahead, there, master of accents.
Masterclass.
I don't know what you would say because I don't keep up with politics.
He doesn't really say anything. He just turns up at different countries and holds his hands up.
Yeah.
Please, can I have more money? I'd like more money.
He comes to different countries and he just does this thing with his hands.
Yeah. I believe his whole thing is, give me money, bigot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's now Welsh. Lovely.
The Creed movies to me, like there's some sort of edge in the Rocky movies, some sort of flamboyance. Like Carl Weathers had it, so Stallone has it. Mr. T had it. Even Drago in his own way. There's like this slightly over the top edge or flamboyance to all the Rocky movies that I really enjoy, and all that's been smoothed down in the Creed movies to make them more realistic. But they just aren't engaging.
Well, you know why they couldn't have him like be knocked down to nothing and lose all his money and stuff like Rocky. I mean,
he's too close to life.
No, well. Never mind. I'm going to get. So I had a very good point to make, but that joke would now, if I made that point, would sound like I was. Never mind. Forget it.
It would make you sound honest. I'm so sorry.
It would have been a little more obvious that it was Rocky V if they did all that, and it wasn't really. I mean, it would have felt lazy, to be honest with you, but they needed to make either more stakes or help us understand the friendship a little bit better. They didn't do terrible. I wish I could say like this is just a horrible, it's easier when it's that way. It's not a horrible movie. It's not bad. I just wish it engaged me more like the Rockies did. I'll be honest with you, without Stallone in the movies, it does lose something,
Because nobody cares about this continuation franchise without the principles,
That's what I was about to say, because apparently there's going to be a Creed verse. Obviously, everything has to have a universe. And there's Drago. They're doing a spin-off movie with Drago and his son, and about their exploits in Russia and how they were treated after Russia before. They're doing. There's talk which I called was they're going to do something about Creed's daughter, because obviously women, black, boxing, brilliant, and they're doing an animated feature. They're going to do an animated feature. It's like, oh, God Almighty!
If they do it like the old Rambo cartoon show, where Rocky has to go punch the evil organization known as whatever the fuck, terrible evil, G.I. Joe-esque. God damn it! Can I get through one joke without it being a racist nonsense?
I was just trying to
Do they
help.
all have to be racist nonsense? God.
Nonsense.
Expand yourself. Sean. There's so much
Why-
more humor and crap to make fun of.
Why do you laugh at it then?
Because,
It's out of desperation.
it's there you go. You got it. It's either that or
Okay.
cry. What else do I do?
I got you.
You want to go through the comments and then we'll close this shit out.
No, not really. It's nothing good there.
Heidi is being Heidi is being very prolific and very racist, so we can't quote anything she said.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
okay,
going
well-
for it.
Definitely, Joey says definitely had some Rocky V vibes.
Yeah.
Then he swore in the next one, so I'm not going to put that up.
Heidi did say that Goodfellas was so good that Scorsese made the same movie 8 more times. There's some validity to that.
Do you know what? Thank you, Heidi. That's exactly when people kept going on about The Irishman. I kept thinking, I don't know what they're seeing in this. This is just Martin Scorsese directing, and it had Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci doing exactly the same thing that they've done in every other Martin Scorsese film.
Yeah, but that's
The
just one
Irishman-
incident. You can't slag off. You can't say that about Scorsese.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's. Oh,
The
no,
Irishman is
I'm
just one incident in a catalogue
Listen,
of
you know, yeah.
masterpieces.
Listen, they are masterpieces, but he does have a certain genre that he likes. You know, niche.
He did make
Yeah, but all
that one.
directors do.
What's
Hey, what?
what's the
man?
Hugo?
Excuse me, sorry. Martin
Hugo
Scorsese's
with a
best
robot
movie. No, Martin Scorsese's best movie was Shark's Tale.
what's
I feel-
what's
My
what's the
favorite
one he
Scorsese.
did?
My favorite Scorsese movie is, of course, Taxi Driver, because he's literally me. Wolf of Wall Street is Wolf
Yeah.
of Wall Street is not Goodfellas with stock. It's
No.
that's a dark comedy that is awesome.
That's awesome.
Hugo is good. That's the one
Yeah.
where the kid
Yeah.
lives in the train station and he
Yeah.
meets
It's like a robot or something, isn't he?
No, it's-
George
it's-
Méliès.
George
Méliès.
Méliès. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that famous train that crashed out of the station, that's where it happened. And he
Charlie
put all that
Choo-choo.
together.
I was actually very
It's policy.
surprised by that film. I was
Yeah,
very
it's
surprised
good.
because I thought the
No,
film
wait
was...
a minute. Wait. Departed is not Goodfellas with cops. Departed is a remake of a superior Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs. So it's almost
That's true.
You can't slag him for Departed. That's a remake.
My
Wolf
favourite
of
thing
Wall
to
Street,
say about
Goodfellas, Departed.
In The Departed is basically it's Mark Wahlberg 1.
Spoiler
At the
alert, by
end.
the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't
That's a
seen it,
great
you're
film.
a stupid bloody fool.
King of Comedy. Great movie.
It's no
Brilliant.
Taxi Driver. Which, by the way, I bought a one sheet of Taxi Driver. I've been meaning to show you guys. I need to hang it up in here, but I keep forgetting. Casinos is Goodfellas inside a casino. That's not.
I'm totally
That's
with
not
Heidi
wrong.
on all this.
That's not wrong.
I'm totally
Yeah.
with her on this.
That's true.
I'll give
I
you
do like
Casino.
Casino. That's the problem, though. It's not like they're all good, though. It's not
They're
like
good,
they're terrible.
yeah.
They're terrible. They may be the same
Yeah.
basic template, but it doesn't mean they aren't compelling and awesome. Scorsese knows what he
was
does. He
boring.
does it well.
Scorsese's movies are like Marvel movies in a way, except
Good.
yeah,
Ooh.
and no, I mean like he's got a certain formula that he likes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think most directors have a certain formula, though.
Yeah, he's got a theme. There's nothing wrong with that.
God,
I don't.
he just gets everybody to say, forget about it. Because that's what they say in New York, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm walking here.
Yeah, I'm walking here. Forget about it.
Forget about. Hey, you want some pizza? Oh, the bagel's here. You can't get a bagel like this anywhere else. Oh, and then, of course, the other. Wall Street. Use your imagination for that.
It's not-
Leonardo
yeah, but
DiCaprio
that's-
is in the room. And we'd
but
like to
that's-
welcome Leonardo DiCaprio to the stream.
That's 70s New York sayings.
Oh.
You know, you got to do
Oh,
today's
okay.
New York sayings like, hey, just shove me on the subway track.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this new mayor's really got the crime under control. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right, Yoda.
Hey, put on your fucking mask.
Hey, I just got my third vaccine. Let's go get some pizza. Hey,
Yeah.
boy.
Yo.
I'm from New York. This is the
That's
way
right.
we do it. We do it. This is the way we do it in New York.
Govern me harder, Daddy. Govern me harder.
Yoda,
Taxi
are you
driver
gonna-
is good. All right, Heidi's now banned. She just said the dumbest woman. She just had the biggest woman take there ever was.
Right, okay, Yoda, are you going to wrap up for us?
Oh God, yes, please. Thank you very much for watching. This has been another thrilling, amazing, unspeakably terrible Outpost Frequencies from lastmovieoutpost.com. You can reach us on Twitter at Movie Outpost. Wait, over there. He's at Boba Phil. He's at Matt Eggy Wigs. He's wanted for murder. And Instagram at Last Movie Outpost. Thank you very much for watching.
You didn't
Phil,
give
you
my,
got anything for us?
You didn't give my Twitter. You didn't give my Twitter handle.
I'm not
Obviously.
going to either.
No, not this week.
Okay.
Although check out our channel and watch my interview with Amber Doig Thorne, who is in the new Winnie the Pooh movie.
I haven't watched that yet.
She was really great to talk to us, and she was really nice. And yeah, like I say, check that out on the
She
channel.
seems like a sweetheart.
Are you talking about the horror Winnie the Pooh remake?
Honey,
Yeah,
horror
I
Winnie
spoke
the
to the actress in it.
You did.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
There's an
Yeah,
interview and
pretty
everything. It's on the
much.
website.
It's
You know,
news to Sean. Hooray!
Yeah.
Sure, go to lastmovieoutpost.com.
Where? What's that? What's that?
Sean, you and I
What
are going to
was
have an
that
employee
website?
review here real soon.
Oh yeah. You know, speaking of recent interviews, recently Annie Hardy from Dashcam told me on Instagram that it's like
Oh, yeah.
doing that movie has ruined her musical career.
Hey, bring her back on. Bring her on one of these.
Well,
We'll let her talk. We'll let her talk. See how it's bad it's been.
I started to ask her if she wanted to join us today, but because she's in California, that's like it'd be still like so early in the morning for her. So we'll have to do it at night. We'll have to do it
Off
at
time
night.
would be fine. We could do it any time. I would love to ask her some of those questions and talk to her how that's interfered with not just music but anything else that she's done. And
Oh, she's
what
paid.
kind of
She certainly paid a price for doing that.
well, I
movie.
want to know who. I want to know who, and I want to air it
Great,
out if she's
yeah.
willing to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that would be great for. Let's exploit her pain for clicks.
I don't
Yeah.
look at. First of all, who are you kidding? Have you seen our subscriber count? Second of all, if it gets her message out there, and I'm being it's all sincerity.
No,
and these
I
people
know.
need to be these people need to be held to account who are ruining people just because they have a different point of view. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but if you like Dashcam, and if you like us, go. Annie has her on YouTube channel and Spotify. Giant Drag is the name of her band. Maybe go help her out.
Her band is great. It's really good. Her music's excellent.
Can subscribe to her on
Sean.
YouTube here or on Instagram.
I was just going to say, Sean, what was the first song you remember hearing of hers?
Not on this stream. It has an unfortunate title that we probably shouldn't say on YouTube while live streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I don't, obviously I wasn't as big a fan of Dashcam, and probably her music and everything is not for me. But there's one thing I did appreciate about her is that she's a really original personality out there. That is just like, I give you that on Dashcam. I had never seen anybody like her before, and I dug that. I dug that a lot, and I think that there is, for her to be punished because she said some nice things about Trump or said some bad things about the COVID, which she was right. I just think it's a crime that they're ruining her for it.
Shocker.
Yeah, it's
No,
Yeah,
Joey,
yeah.
Greta Thunberg has not responded back to us about our interview request.
Well, unfortunately, the police say that I'm not allowed to contact Greta anymore. So, and I think that falls on these guys too. So,
How dare you?
How
Did you see that tweet of hers? She put there was a tweet that's been circulating. That 5 years ago. She said the world's got 5 more years before it's gone.
Yeah, yeah,
And obviously it's
2018.
now. And she's deleted the tweet.
She went back and deleted it. Yeah.
People can go back
but the
over
internet's
our old
forever,
tweets.
Greta. The internet's
It's-
forever.
The internet is
People can dig
undefeated.
up our old tweets. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Delete,
You better
delete, delete. Right, sorry, go on. Yeah, we're closing up. I haven't got anything more to say.
Late boy, you got anything?
No. Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't tell me
Thank
what
you.
to do.
And I'm team Austin Butler tonight for the Oscars. There you go. Finish with that one.
Well, good luck with that.
Let's go.
Gay. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That was great. It was great.
To be fair, I was thinking it, so you know.
I think we all were, even Matt.
Oh yeah, that. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next stream.